Hare Krishna, Hare
So with the arati, then we'll start the program. Jaya Gauranitai, Jaya Gauranitai, Jaya Gauranitai, Jaya Gauranitai.
Jaya Gauranitai, Jaya Gauranitai, Gauranitai, Jaya Gauranitai.
Jaya Radha, Madan Mohan Radha, Madan Mohan Hare Rama,
So many devotees are here, like crowd. आलू फुल्के की सब्जी, किनवा सब्जी, बटर पनीर, मखाना with peanut, sagu sweet, goda potato. हरि बोल। हमारे प्रभु नाम तो बोलो। गौरांग गिरिधारी from मायापुर। Oh, Hari Bol, welcome to home. Yeah.
guru, for a spiritual master. Generally, the spiritual master is Brahmanishtam. He is always abided by the Brahma, means he is always serving Krishna, and he is dedicated to his spiritual master, Srila Prabhu Maharaj. He ultimately, through the Parampara system, it goes to Lord Krishna. We cannot worship Krishna directly. We have to go through the spiritual master. According to the scripture, like Lord Krishna is saying that Tadvidhi pranipatena pariprasana sevaya upadakshate jnana jnaninas tattvadarshina. That means, if you want to get the knowledge of Krishna, if you want to seek the knowledge of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, then one must accept a bona fide spiritual master and serve him, and then inquire from him about the spiritual topics. And one should approach his spiritual master in a humble mood. And because he has seen the truth, and he can give you that knowledge of the absolute truth, because he knows the truth. So the spiritual master is a very big thing for, especially for the students who are very serious to go back to Godhead. Accepting a spiritual master is not a fashion. It is a serious business for the serious students in the spiritual life, especially if we are looking for Krishna in the spiritual world. So now I will request Parampara Prabhu. He is a Prabhupada disciple. He has been serving here in Atlanta for a long decade, and now he has moved to Tennessee, but he still comes and goes, and he's taking care of that project in Tennessee farm. Very beautiful project. If you happen to time, you can go and see that. And he has a very beautiful family, very beautiful children who are Krishna conscious, and a very good friend of Balabhadra Prabhu. So we like to request him. Let's give a round of applause for Prabhu. This is a very beautiful offering that Gurumaharaj for the message to the servant.
I offer my respects to the obeisances to my spiritual father, His Divine Grace, the Vaishnava and the Bhakti Vedanta Swami Prabhupada. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Nityanamne Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharane Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschat Deshkarane. On the sacred day of your Vyasa Puja, I am offering you my respectful homage. A few months ago, I heard a lecture you gave in Mayapur in April 1975, where you said, "The one who is spreading Krishna Upadesha, simply repeat what is said by Krishna. Then you become an acharya. Suppose you have got now 10,000, we shall expand to 100,000. That is required. Then 100,000 to a million, and a million to 10 million. So there will be no scarcity of acharya, and people will understand Krishna consciousness very easily." Lecture on Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita Adi Leela, 113, 6 April 1975, Mayapur. Also, it was revealed to me that on multiple occasions you mentioned that thousands of gurus are needed. As I listened to your lecture from 1975, I was thinking that your idea is the way to achieve Lord Chaitanya's prediction that in every town and village his holy name will be sung. I know that many of my disciples read only a minimum to get their second initiation, but I thought we could also encourage them to read all your books and get all their degrees, not only Bhakti Shastri but also Bhakti Vaibhava, Bhakti Vedanta and Bhakti Sarvabhauma. And then to read your Leelamrita to understand both your life and your teachings. Although all this may be difficult compared with the present system of qualifying to become a Diksha Guru, if we motivate, encourage and advocate that each devotee become a mature practitioner and exponent of Krishna consciousness, we could actually fulfill your mission, the mission of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. His Divine Grace Srila Gaur Kishore Das Babaji had only two disciples, one a Bhajananandi and the other a Goshti Anandi, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakura. Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati's Goshti Anandi disciple, you spread Krishna consciousness all over the world. So if many disciples become mature devotees, qualified to be Diksha Gurus, even if the large majority of them initiate only one or a few disciples, that is not important, because the relative few that are able to take up your mission and spread it like anything to the conditioned souls will make a great contribution. Although by the present system it is very easy, practically speaking, to become a Diksha Guru, still today we have fewer than 100 Diksha Gurus, after more than 50 years of ISKCON. The fulfillment of your vision that we should have tens of thousands and ultimately millions of acharyas initiating gurus is nowhere in sight. So we need to set a specific goal that devotees read all your books exhaustively, and how to achieve this by promoting, advocating and motivating all the devotees to see that your vision of having tens of thousands and ultimately millions of gurus must be achieved. This may take a long time, but it is essential. I heard today from the principal of our Mayapur International School that 14 students have received the Bhakti Shastri degree this year. So, if our students study your books from childhood, they can achieve complete knowledge of your teachings. Please bless us so that we can fulfill your vision for millions of empowered preachers in the Krishna consciousness movement. I am very fallen. Somehow, I am trying to fulfill your instructions to me. But there is so much more that needs to be done. I pray for your mercy that I will be able to fulfill your vision. Your servant, Jayapataka Swami.
Thank you. So now I have to follow from Gurumaharaj, please speak a few words. Gurumaharaj. You can give your name, sir.
So, as Swami Prabhu just said, this is a very auspicious day, especially for the disciples, but actually for the whole world. As Parampara, Prabhu said very nicely, we're holding little matches up to the sun. How can we glorify Guru Maharaj? It's impossible. Nevertheless, our duty is to try to do something. Before I began, actually I've already begun, but before I begin, I just have to say something that it's actually the mercy of Guru Maharaj. I'm only going to tell a very brief little story. But sitting in the back is my great senior godbrother, Nanda Sutta. And Nanda Sutta Prabhu actually saved my life. You might have heard this term, but I'm talking literally saved my life. I will not tell the full details, but many years ago at a New Year's celebration downtown, the devotees were attacked, literally attacked, by a wild group of young boys that were just going through Atlanta during those years, randomly attacking people. But anyway, we were downtown doing Harinam, chanting the Lord's holy name, and I saw my senior godbrother, Nirguna Prabhu, who is now in Golok Vrindavan. Nirguna Prabhu was attacked. Someone ripped the kartals from his hand and was going to pound him in the face. I ran up to see what was happening, and the next thing I remember, I was on the ground. Someone knocked me down, and a couple other people kicked me in the ribs. I wound up with one fractured. Anyway, during this time, another devotee, whom we all know, Patita Pavana Prabhu, was playing mridanga. Someone grabbed the mridanga from him and hit him in the face with it. I was trying to help, but like I said, I got knocked down and kicked myself. It was Nanda Sutta Prabhu who came to my rescue, pulled me away from these nice people, and got me back on my feet. So I'm eternally indebted for this service. Anyway, if we can understand the continuing pastimes of Guru Maharaj and his disciples, I'm hoping everybody can see it in that light. Namashrestam manumapi sachiputramatra swarupam rupam tasyagrajam urupurimatringostavatim radha kundam girivaramahorarikamadavasam prapto yasya pratita kripaya sri gurum tam natosmi. This is a prayer from Raghunath Das Goswami. And better than I could ever imagine, it sums up really what is devotional service. He says, I bow down to the beautiful lotus feet of my spiritual master, by whose causeless mercy I have obtained the supreme holy name, the divine mantra, the service of the son of Sachi Mata, the association of Srila Swarup Damodar, Rupa Goswami, and his older brother Sanatan Goswami, the supreme abode of Mathura, the blissful abode of Vrindavan, the divine Radhakund and Govardhan Hill, and the desire within my heart for the loving service of Sri Radhika and Madhava in Vrindavan. And one paragraph, he's condensed Krishna consciousness to the essential nectar. I wish I had some ability, I don't, but if we listen, if we hear this prayer, he starts out by giving obeisances to the Guru. That's the most important thing, to respect the spiritual master. Why? As was just told to us, they're taking us out of this material slaughterhouse and back to Golok Vrindavan. So how do we do that? He tells you, by the causeless mercy we've obtained the supreme holy name. What is the holy name? Who knows? This is the divine holy name. Wow. They're back. They're in Golok. These children are extremely fortunate. There's like close to 5 million children in Atlanta, and we got what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 or 7 children here. They will lead the rest of the world. The service of the son of Sachi Mata. Who knows who Sachi Mata is? There it is. The divine mother of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in his pastimes in this particular plane. So we've got the service. Service means what? You have to do something. So we were all just doing something. We were chanting. That seems so easy that it just bypasses our mentality. Oh, is that all you have to do? Yes. Of course, you can do a lot more, but just chanting the divine mantra, it's not a regular name like John Smith, Mary Jones. I bet you know a lot of different names. But you can chant those names all day long and you won't even be able to buy a cup of tea. So the divine name is something totally different. Never confuse that. Then the association. I can't get into the 6 Goswamis of Vrindavan, but the Guru has given us that association. The 6 Goswamis of Vrindavan. So that's, oh, we're talking about something in ancient time. No! They're right there on the altar. Every day or every time you come, you can see them. And they are the reason we have these wonderful literatures. Srila Jiva Goswami, who I've been trying to study, has given a synopsis of what we need to do. The Sat Sandarbhas, these 6 books of critical knowledge that it said if you really want to understand Srimad Bhagavatam, you have to read the Sat Sandarbhas. Now, I'm not going to ask for a show of hand because I know Garima has already read them, right? I'm picking on her. She is such a stalwart devotee. But these Sandarbhas, a Sandarbha is a compilation that defies to be disputed. Very few people can write a Sandarbha. Jiva Goswami has compiled these 6 Goswamis. These 6 Sandarbhas about Srimad Bhagavatam, about chanting Hare Krishna, about the Guru, and what is the essence we should be doing in our lives. We have to remember that. I'm just going to stop at that point. I want to just share a little something. Where is this? This, I believe Parampara mentioned this book, right? Through the mercy of my good wife, I just got this copy on the appearance of Srila Gurudev. And anyway, I'm just going to read briefly one little part of a pastime. This is a biography written by Satyaraj Das, who he explains reluctantly. Guru Maharaj finally gave in to let this happen because so many senior devotees wanted it. Anyway, I'm just going to read briefly. This is during the Kumbh Mela. Srila Prabhupada took a group of his disciples to Allahabad to attend a very special festival. Once every 12 years, tens of millions of pilgrims trek to Allahabad to attend the Maha Kumbh Mela, a celebration unlike any other in the world. It is here that one bathes in the Triveni Sangam, the 3-way confluence of the holy Ganges and Yamuna rivers, with a now invisible body of water known as the Saraswati, guaranteeing liberation from the cycle of birth and death. But Prabhupada's teachings was different. We're not interested in liberation, he explained. We have come to preach devotional service to Krishna, which goes even beyond liberation. Being engaged in Krishna's unalloyed devotional service, we're already liberated. In contrast to almost all pilgrims, saints, and holy people at the festival, Prabhupada emphasized giving spiritual knowledge as the prime reason for attending the Mela, and yet he wanted his devotees to understand the importance of the holy association as well, even if it was the practitioners from other lineages. Kumbh Mela, or Ardha Kumbh Mela, Jayapataka Swami muses, was happening in February of 1971. There was a whole competition to get the best site for the camp. 21 million people were supposed to attend, as compared to the Purna Kumbh Mela, at which 31 million would attend. So we got some professional decorators to rent us tents and facilities to set up the campsite. He continues, we asked Srila Prabhupada, why are we coming to Kumbh Mela? He said, quote, to get association from the sadhus, but we knew that he was going to give his association to the sadhus. They had a tent camp in the dried confluence of the Ganga, Saraswati, Yamuna known as Triveni. At that time, during the month of Magh, or January, February, it was somewhat smaller. We went to bathe in the Triveni. It was very cold, but we took our dip. Our sannyasis would wear kopis, which we know, but for some of the Babas, a Kopano is very luxurious. We were chanting and the police came and said, "Move aside! The Naga Babas are coming!" They all had the chilium to smoke ganja. They were said to be followers of Lord Shiva. They would only wear ashes on their body, no clothes. They came dancing and everybody stood aside because they were known to act crazy, unpredictable. If you stood in their way, they could push you or even stab you or something. We stood aside, but we continued to chant. The Naga Babas, hearing our chanting, also chanted and danced and smiled. It was a nice exchange. We were chanting Hare Krishna and the Naga Babas were reciprocating.
Sweet.
Srila Jayapataka ki jai.
Thank you, Gurumaharaj. Now we have our speaker, it's Makonja Prabhu. I request you to come and speak a few words. When Balabhadra was president, then he moved to New Orleans, and again he's back and doing some preaching. So we are really thankful that he's back here. Let's give a round of applause to Makonja.
नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते जयपताका स्वामिनिति नामिने नमः आचार्य पादाय निताय कृपा प्रदायिने गौरकथा धामदय नगर ग्रामधारिणे. Actually, Guru Maharaj brought me here in 1985, and Parampara Prabhu didn't go to Murari Seva Farm a few months ago. He was there since I came. So 1985 he was the president, and after Panihati festival, like Arjuna Prabhu will remember, we will all go to Murari Sevak farm and have a water polo with Guru Maharaj. We play water polo in a great big lake. Some of the brahmacharis and all will go and we have water polo. Somehow the Guru Maharaj always will make me a goalkeeper. There's a big tire, tractor tire, that was supposed to be goal, and I was supposed to be in there. Only on both parties I was a neutral goalkeeper.
With the ball.
With the ball.
Ball into the tire.
One time I remember, you threw the ball at the goal, instead of me blocking it, I went under the water. And why I went under the water? Guru Maharaj went inside, under the water, and pulled me down. So we had many such instances, funny instances, instructional instances with Guru Maharaj. I can write a whole book on it. I was remembering all his pastimes today, but I cannot say that everything what I remember today. But I will certainly speak about some instructions which will be helpful for all God brothers and God sisters who are here today. The instructions, one time we had a Vyas Puja Smaranam in the new Talavan farm. And there, during when he gave class, and then I asked a question, what do you want us, your disciples, to do for you? He gave a general instruction, 5-point instruction for all the disciples. Number 1, you can serve your Guru by being Krishna conscious, by your own Krishna consciousness. Number 2, help others to become Krishna conscious. Number 3, treat all his God brothers and God sisters like him. This was the instruction, that he wanted all his God brothers and God sisters to be like just like we treat him the same way. Number 4, as long as he's present on earth planet, don't hesitate to serve his Vapu. Means physical, whether any kind of service needed, cooking, serving him, being with him all the time. Don't hesitate, go back on it. No, he said, as long as I'm here in this planet, you can take care of, because the disciples are supposed to take care of spiritual master's body. He's so much involved in preaching that he forgets his own body. So disciples are supposed to take care of him. And number 5, always be meek and humble. That was the 5 instructions. But actually this whole 5 instructions can be summed up in one instruction. You be Krishna conscious. And everything is included in that. So this is what I want to share, and also there are some instructions is going viral right now. He gave from Mayapur. I think most some of you. I'm just reminding you these instructions that he in his prayer also he mentioned that he want all his disciples to do Bhakti Shastri, Bhakti Vaibhav, Bhakti Vedanta, and Bhakti Sarvabhaumya. These 4 courses he want everybody to do. He was ready to do it himself, but his physical body was not allowing him. But he wanted to do Bhakti Shastri course. How humble he is. He knows that. Actually, Prabhupada told him, and he gave it to us also, that instruction, that one must read cover to cover Bhagavad Gita 10 times. And to read, after reading 1 or 2 times, you take it as a reference book. But he wanted all of us to read Bhagavad Gita 10 times, cover to cover. Each time you read, there's new revelations comes in your heart. So he wanted us to read 10 times. And this also instruction is going viral. He said, before he departs from this world, he wants 500 of his disciples to be Guru. That's what his instructions. And the Guru qualification is that all these 4 things has to be there, and he should be actively preaching. So that's all these 4 courses. That's our GBC rule right now. If you become a guru, someone becomes qualified to become a guru, we have to certify all these 4 courses, and we will be actively preaching. So I don't want to say much more. There's much more things I wanted to say, but a lot of people have to say. Then this Sutta we want to hear from him. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Makanja Prabhu. So, in the Chaitanya Charitamrita we find that beautiful verse. It says that Dikha kale Shishya kare Atmasamarpan, Sei kale Krishna tare kare Atmasam. At the time of initiation, when you accept a bona fide spiritual master, then Krishna accepts you as his own family members. So we are all very fortunate to have a bona fide spiritual master like His Holiness Jayapataka, our Gurumaharaj, in the disciple succession. So we should be really thankful to Krishna to having such a nice spiritual master in the bona fide disciple succession. So in the occasion of Vyasa Puja, generally we say that we offer our homages to Guru Maharaj, we glorify Guru Maharaj, but at the same time there is also opportunity that well-serving Guru Maharaj, whether in Bapu or Bani, if you commit any offenses, and this is the day, Vyasa Puja day, to ask for forgiveness, especially. Okay? So you remind that. So now ask Nanda Sutta Prabhu to speak, glorifying Guru Maharaj. Then the next one we have is
Guru has seen that Krishna has seen that Krishna has seen the Guru Maharaj has seen the right. Guru Maharaj has seen the Krishna flow. Because we have to see that Guru Maharaj, they're going on Guru Maharaj, Guru Maharaj, he has to see that all the devotees has to be serious. Because Krishna has to be serious. We have to be serious. No, but we're not going to be serious. I mean, what are we going to wait for? We're going to wait for. What are we going to wait for? Krishna has to be serious. Krishna has to be serious. And Prabhupada, Jayapataka has to be serious. So please, we all have to be serious. We all have to be serious in this material world. We all have to be serious in the material world. That's all this is to say. Hare Krishna.
ईशा तारकम तत्प्रकाशंश्च तच्छक्तिः कृष्ण चैतन्य संयुतम् पंचकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्यश्च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः. So recently, a few weeks ago, I have asked Srila Guru Maharaj that Guru Maharaj, you have given many instructions. So among all of the instructions, which is the one that if your disciples follow will be pleasing to you? So then Srila Guru Maharaj said that, whatever comes to my mind when the disciple is asking, I get that. But to your question, my answer would be, Guru Maharaj said that I want all my disciples to study Srila Prabhupada books and also preach. This makes me happy. This is what Srila Guru Maharaj said. So, if we see that in the life of Srila Prabhupada, Prabhupada received one instruction from his beloved Guru Maharaj, and Prabhupada spent most of his life in fulfilling that instruction, that one instruction of his Guru Maharaj, and suffering 2 heart attacks in the Jaladuta. And if you see our Guru Maharaj's life also, or if you analyze life of Srila Guru Maharaj, all of his life is to just fulfill whatever instructions Srila Prabhupada has given Guru Maharaj. Guru Maharaj is just trying to, Guru Maharaj is fulfilling those instructions. Although he had an opportunity to go back to Godhead, we all know this pastime. Mahabharata Prabhu shared this, that Guru Maharaj had this vision that everything was golden. It was like a golden city, and Srila Prabhupada asked Guru Maharaj to come back. But Guru Maharaj said, and even Guru Maharaj's God sisters and God brothers, they were asking Guru Maharaj to come back. But Guru Maharaj said, no, I want to fulfill. Guru Maharaj, Srila Prabhupada had given many instructions to me, I want to fulfill those instructions. And he even said no to going back to Godhead, and then he's here only to fulfill instructions of Srila Guru Maharaj. With so much enthusiasm and determination, Guru Maharaj is serving his beloved Guru Maharaj Srila Prabhupada. Yesterday, His Grace Mahabharata Prabhu was sharing that how difficult it is for Guru Maharaj in the flights. He was not at all feeling well just before getting onto the flight to Dubai. Right in front of the check-in counter, Guru Maharaj said that he was feeling cold and he was feeling feverish. They put many jackets, and Mahabharata Prabhu was telling Guru Maharaj that even now it's not late, we will cancel our trip. But Guru Maharaj was so determined to go, and he sat in the flight. And then Guru Maharaj and Mahabharata Prabhu was saying that he was thinking that what if Guru Maharaj had to go use the bathroom? Then Mahabharata Prabhu said that Guru Maharaj fell asleep, so I was okay. Then I started praying that Guru Maharaj should not go to the bathroom. Then throughout the flight he was praying, and I think it was just a few minutes before landing, Guru Maharaj said that I need to use the bathroom. Then Mahabharata Prabhu said, no Guru Maharaj, you don't have stamina to stand, so you cannot. Somehow you have to hold. Then Guru Maharaj waited for some time, and then again, after some time, Guru Maharaj said that I think I need to go. So somehow they managed to take Guru Maharaj to the bathroom, and we all know that the aircraft bathrooms are very small, only one person can fit in. And somehow Haridas Prabhu and Mahavira Prabhu and Gauram Prabhu, they all, the 3 of them took Guru Maharaj, and then Guru Maharaj was so weak that they were not able to take Guru Maharaj to the bathroom because he was not able to stand. Mahavira Prabhu was saying that we had taken several flights, long flights, and after the stroke, but never we failed to take Guru Maharaj to the bathroom. But this was the time where we failed to take Guru Maharaj to the bathroom. So I was thinking that he has the luxury of staying in Mayapur, just like how Srila Prabhupada had luxury of staying in Vrindavan Dham, but he came all the way just to fulfill instructions of his Guru Maharaj. And our Guru Maharaj, he can stay in Mayapur happily, but just to, encourage us, enthuse us, fallen souls like me, especially Srila Guru Maharaj, he's taking so much trouble to travel and to please his spiritual master, to fulfill instructions of his spiritual master. And then Guru Maharaj's qualities are like how Shraddha Prabhu was saying, that oceanic qualities, so many qualities. We just need time, but there are many qualities. I just pray at the lotus feet of Srila Guru Maharaj on this day that I just imbibe that quality where he has so much determination and enthusiasm to serve Srila Prabhupada. I just pray at the lotus feet of Guru Maharaj to bestow that quality. I want to just please you, Srila Guru Maharaj. I just want to be like a dog. Just please accept me, Guru Maharaj. Please forgive me for all my offenses I committed at your lotus feet, knowingly or unknowingly, and also I beg at the lotus feet of all the devotees assembled here, if I have committed any offenses, knowingly or unknowingly, please forgive me. Srila Jayapataka Swami Guru Maharaj ki
So now, Vaishnavi Mataji to come forward. Then we have Parampara.
I have written a short poem for Guru Maharaj. COVID made us lie solitary, all bare and withered, staring at blankness, pondering on our yesterday. Yet you work day and night selflessly, with no return desire, just willing only to serve Srila Prabhupada. With all that you had, nothing you aspire. Though anchored and immobile, your compassion preaching branches, reaching across blazing material sun, rain and thunderstorms. For the hunger you drop nectar, for the ache and trouble you mend their heart, for sorrow and strife you bestow hope. Fallen me takes sanctuary in your short smiling darshan and shade beneath your lotus feet. Srila Guru Maharaj, please always enable me to serve all the Vaishnavas and please you in all possible ways, and also to please Srila Prabhupada.
Haribo!
That's why this Vyasa Puja of his spiritual master is very important, because unite the disciples to serve Guru Maharaj. So you see how the devotees, they have so much feeling for Guru Maharaj, their service, for their health, for his health, and the service that he's doing all over the world. So now I request Parampara to speak a few words. Parampara has been very instrumental to Guru Maharaj this time when he came. He served so much Guru Maharaj and he did so many nice responsible service. So let's give a round of applause for Parampara.
Hari, 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 Bo!
Both him and his wife, both actually.
Vacharam Pangun Langayate Grim Yat Kripatamam Mande Shri Guru Dinataram Paramanandamatam Shri Chaitanya Ishwaram. Hare Krishna. I see so many senior devotees here and I feel I'm qualified to speak in front of all of you. But taking this opportunity of Guru Maharaj's Vyasa Puja, I want to say a few words in the glorification of Guru Maharaj. And it is said that it's very important for every disciple to glorify his spiritual master. Actually, every day. We should worship our spiritual master every day, and especially on the day of Vyasa Puja, we should take this special occasion in glorifying the spiritual master. So like all the devotees that have spoken before me, they use several words. Guru Maharaj is a legend. He's an ocean of qualities. Adding to that, I want to say Guru Maharaj is a phenomena. He is someone we cannot understand through our senses. Guru Maharaj, in so many occasions, when everyone thought it's impossible, Guru Maharaj made it possible. Especially this recent trip that Guru Maharaj took. Just before that, we were hearing that Guru Maharaj was very weak. He did not even have strength to stay awake in the wheelchair. Every 2-3 minutes he was falling asleep. So devotees had to wake Guru Maharaj, wake him up constantly. He was so weak. And even when he was at Atlanta, I know several of us felt that we could not get personal time with Guru Maharaj. But the fact was that Guru Maharaj was not well. And he came primarily for his green card, to renew his green card or entry permit. And again, one may think, what is a necessity? So, Guru Maharaj's desire is to travel and preach. Though he is physically not in a very good shape, but still he wants to continue and travel and preach. And if he does not get his re-entry permit renewed, then he won't be able to come to US for a long time. So, just to help all of us to take care of his disciples, his well-wishers, preach and spread Srila Prabhupada's mission, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mission, Guru Maharaj took this short and very difficult and tiresome trip. It's for all of us. So our acharyas say, Gurava Bahava Santi Shishya Vittapaharaka Durlabha Sa Guru Loke Shishya Chittapaharaka. So our acharyas say that there are a lot of gurus in this, spiritual masters in this world. And what are they focusing on? Shishya Vittapaharaka, to take the vitta, the wealth of the disciples. Then they say Durlabha Sa Guru Loke. Very rarely we see a guru in this material world who is trying to Shishya Chittapaharaka, to steal the thoughts of the disciple. That is our Guru Maharaj. Guru Maharaj performs activities in such a way that all the disciples, all the well-wishers are attracted to him. He preaches by his example. I have heard once one of our god brother was actually speaking negatively about a shopkeeper, and Guru Maharaj immediately stopped that. Whatever the shopkeeper does, we don't have to repeat in words. We don't have to speak ill of him. So the shopkeeper, if you see, he's not a devotee. He's just a karmi. But still, Guru Maharaj did not want to hear criticism of even a karmi also. So it's a very good example for us that we should treat everyone with respect. Whether one is a devotee or not a devotee, we should definitely be careful with devotees, but if possible, we should extend it to non-devotees also. Because criticism of a Vaishnava leads to our fall down. So we have to be very careful. And then Guru Maharaj also preaches through his example. There are so many qualities that we can speak of, like Srila Prabhu said, but I'll try to limit because we are short of time. So recently I was reading Bhagavatam, 10th canto, Sudama story. In that, Sandipani Muni, the guru of Sri Krishna Balaram, he was glorifying both Krishna and Sudama. He says, Etad hi eva sat shishya kartavyam guru nishkrutam yad vai vishuddha bhavena sarva artha atma arpanam gurau. So Sandipani Muni, we all know the story where Krishna and Sudama go to fetch firewood and they get lost in the thunderstorm in the forest. And then the next day Sandipani Muni goes out to search for both of them. So when Sandipani Muni finds Krishna and Sudama, he was very pleased. And he says that Etat hi Sat Shishya. This is how a true disciple should be. A Sat Shishya should be like this. What is their duty? Kartavyam Guru Nishkrutam. He says the kartavya of a disciple is to do Guru Nishkrutam. What does that mean? It means to repay the debt of a spiritual master, which is almost impossible. But how do we do it? Sandipani Muni gives a solution also. He says that Sarva Artha Atma Arpanam Gurau Vishuddha Bhavena, with pure heart, with a loving heart, one should offer one's wealth, life in the service of Guru. And if we see, Guru Maharaj is 100% that. He has offered his life. He doesn't have any belongings. Whatever he collects, he just puts it in the service of Srila Prabhupada. Printing more books, distributing, TOEP construction, developing Mayapur. Like this, Guru Maharaj has dedicated his life and everything that he belongs in the service of Srila Prabhupada. So we can learn how to be a disciple just by studying Srila Prabhupada. Guru Maharaj. You don't have to read any scripture. You don't have to take any classes. Just by observing how Guru Maharaj behaves, how he leads his life, we can become a very good disciple. I think I'll stop here. I wanted to speak some more, but I know several devotees have to speak. So thank you all. Guru Maharaj, on this auspicious Vyasa Puja ceremony of yours, I pray, I beg at your lotus feet, please continue to bestow your mercy upon me. I'm not qualified, but still you are engaging me in your service. Please forgive me for my mistakes, knowingly or unknowingly, whatever offences I have committed and will commit in the future. Please forgive me and please educate me, please uplift me so that I can serve you nicely. Hare Krishna.
Very nice, wonderful.
Please accept my most respectful obeisances at your lotus feet. Wishing you a very, very happy and blissful 73rd appearance day, and hoping you have a very long life in the service of Srila Prabhupada and Gauranga. Thank you so much, Gurudev, for visiting Atlanta recently and giving us a glimpse of the spiritual world. It seemed like suddenly the spiritual world, Goloka, had descended down to Atlanta. It was like there was no beginning, there was no end. Every word was a song, every step was a dance in your presence. Every day we had the opportunity.
Thank you.
Every day we had the opportunity to see you, and it was so soothing to our hearts that we really felt we were in the spiritual world. But since you left Atlanta, Atlanta has become Atlanta again, the same cars, the same road. But you've gone with a promise that you will come back again during Panihati festival, and that's what we live by for now. Gurudev, yesterday as I was listening to the Adivas ceremony speech by Parampara about your health, how it was going up and down to the last day. They didn't know if you were going to be able to come to the US. But you were so determined. He was saying that sometimes your physical body cannot keep up with the spiritual ecstasies you feel in your subtle body. There was a time in Dubai that I think you wanted to give a class, and there were people ready to listen to your class, but you were so weak that you could not even talk. And that was only a few days before undertaking this massive flight to the United States. For you, you have completely surrendered to Krishna, and you teach us by your example how to surrender to Krishna. Nobody on this planet can undertake such austerities. I do try to take care of my mom, and sometimes it's so difficult to even bring her to the temple. She does not want to come to the temple. And she told me she does not want to travel to India on a long flight. But for you, taking long flights, even in a wheelchair, is never a limitation. How do you do this, Gurudev? It's totally beyond my mental speculation. One other important point that Mahavara Prabhu was mentioning yesterday was about devotee care. Guru Maharaj was saying how he was very proud of this one disciple called Sukanti Radha Devi Dasi, who was helping these devotees in Ukraine and Russia, and he was mentioning that Guru Maharaj said that he was very proud of this disciple, and he said that he's never heard Guru Maharaj say that he's proud of somebody, of his disciple. And so Mahavara Prabhu was telling us that to be on Guru Maharaj's proud list, one has to be very concerned about other devotees, and devotee care is very essential. I know that some of the disciples, I can attest, they are prime examples of caring for devotees. But it is very important that in order to please Guru Maharaj, we have to serve other devotees. Guru Maharaj himself has said how he prays for the disciples of Bhakti Charu Maharaj and Bhakti Tirtha Maharaj. And so as his disciples, it is very important for us to take care of each other's siblings and cousins. And someone had asked Guru Maharaj recently, what pleases you the most? And he had replied, that my devotees attain pure love of Krishna. So it is very important for us to focus on these instructions and try to become pure devotees and be very conscientious of our sadhana. Also, we know that how Guru Maharaj is very focused on the completion of the TOVP by 2024. That is his mission, for which, for now it got delayed due to COVID, but it is so important for us as his disciples to take on these instructions to part and assist Gurudev in his mission to serve Guru Maharaj, to serve Srila Prabhupada. With time, I have come to realize that the lotus feet of my Guru Maharaj is my only shelter. I have no other shelter than his lotus feet, and through him I take shelter of the holy names and Krishna. I want to have no other purpose in my life other than to serve Guru Maharaj and assist him in the service of Srila Prabhupada. I beg you, Guru Maharaj, for mercy to make me an instrument in service to Srila Prabhupada, for in pleasing you and Prabhupada, I will meet Krishna. Forever in your service, your eternal spiritual daughter and magician.
I request Ucheshwari Mataji to speak a few words. She just got back from India and she's been very instrumental for this temple. She's been serving this temple for a long time. She does a lot of service for during the festivals. We're really thankful from the temple behalf. So I'd like to call upon Ucheshwari Mataji. Is she here?
Thank you so much, Guru Maharaj, for your mercy, blessings, compassion, guidance, love and care. I would like to share one past time because so when Guru Maharaj was here, I was in India, so I barely missing Guru Maharaj Association and service. So and then I thought of prepone the trip, but I didn't do that. So I thought that Guru Maharaj was leaving on April 6th. So my flight was on April 5th to Atlanta. I was so happy that at least one day I could get darshan of Guru Maharaj and so. But what happened? Suddenly Guru Maharaj, he left on April 5th. Okay. And what time he left? Guru Maharaj is leaving at 4:30 p.m. from temple. So my flight is 4:15 p.m. Okay, at least if I get into the airport, so the possibility is there to get darshan of Guru Maharaj in airport. But unfortunately, my flight got delayed by 45 minutes. I lost complete hope and I don't know what to do. Then immediately get into the flight landed, I ran and to get my baggage. But again, unfortunately, they put it in 2 belts, my baggage. I am roaming here and there, know how to get my luggage, so they won't allow. And then after getting luggage, I saw it's almost 5:45, and then called devotees, where is Guru Maharaj? Guru Maharaj said, no, he already entered into the domestic, because I am in international. And then I called another devotee, where is Guru Maharaj? Oh, just now he entered into, crossed the security. So totally blast. So I don't know what offense I have committed. I didn't get darshan of Guru Maharaj this time, and now getting this service. But fortunately, I got darshan of Guru Maharaj in Mayapur. That is a little, okay, I pacify myself, but still I texted Janyagraman Prabhu, where are you? I want to get darshan of Guru Maharaj. He said that no, Guru Maharaj was in a wheelchair, he went inside, but I am in a security, I don't know how is it possible. Let's see. Then finally, okay, I pray Guru Maharaj in the airport, okay. And then we left the airport to go. And And then 6:45 I got a call from Janagi Ramantarbu, the video call with Guru Maharaj. Then I got live and so Guru Maharaj blesses in the aware in the car, blesses and wave hands. Because then it makes me okay, at least Guru Maharaj is why I am sharing this. Guru Maharaj is always taking care of each and every soul, right? So all the devotees were there talking with Guru Maharaj, but still in the he was ready to get into the flight at the gate, but at the time he took little time to give his mercy. It's no one can do that. So and because he used to get darshan of Guru Maharaj in Zoom in person, we feel so happy. But the glance from Guru Maharaj is very, very auspicious, gives energy, more energy, that is very special. So at least finally, by the mercy of Guru Maharaj, with only by his compassion, I got the blessings. So thank you so much, Guru Maharaj. You are always taking care of us, guide us and bless us and always in your care. Thank you so much. Knowingly and unknowingly, if I committed any offenses, at your lotus feet, all the devotees, please forgive us and forgive me. And please always engage me in your service. Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna. I know many of you want to speak and glorify Guru Maharaj, but because we have the time, so I request some devotees, if you don't get a chance to speak, then you can read your offering in the mind. Also, Guru Maharaj will accept that offering of your prayers to Guru Maharaj, glorifying Guru Maharaj. And now I like to, we'll go with this only another 5 minutes, and then we'll have Pushpanjali, followed by Guru Puja and Kirtan, and then there will be Prasadam, because we want to go too long. So now I request, and keep your speech a little short, so that other few devotees can get more chances. We have now Shantanu Krishna Prabhu to speak few words, glorifying Guru Maharaj.
Hare Krishna, dear Guru Maharaj, please accept my humble obeisances, all those to Srila Prabhupada and His Holiness. On this occasion of your 73rd appearance day and Vyasa Puja, I hope to try and glorify you, although I think I'm most unqualified to do so. I'm not sure where to start, as your glories and pastimes are innumerable and they are hard to fathom, but they always carry compassion and mercy in each of them. You show compassion to the devotee and otherwise, which plants the seed of inspiration in spiritual lives for those who interact with you to take up spiritual life more seriously. Especially when you meet new aspiring people or devotees, you give them so much attention and care so that they are further inspired to become serious in Krishna consciousness. The one thing that always comes to mind is that when anyone is introduced to you and tells you how many rounds of the Mahamantra they chant, you then give them a cumulative number of the names of the Lord it adds up to, which usually is a very large number, which brings a smile to their face and is such a wonderful way to encourage someone. This is something all of us can learn to do. I mean, for those of you who are not aware, so usually when you introduce Guru Maharaj to someone, say you're doing 1 round or 4 rounds or whatever it is, Guru Maharaj already has a number in his head. He's like, if someone chants 1 round, he's like, you chant 250,000 names of the Lord every year. Or he says, if someone's chanting 4 rounds, he already has a number. He's like, you chant 1 million names of the Lord every year. So it's very encouraging to new devotees, and that's something we can all learn from. Another realization that I had recently was that your presence in any location just uplifts the entire Krishna conscious energy of everyone who is present around you. Only a pure or advanced devotee of the Lord can engage everyone in the service of Guru and Krishna just by their presence. When you come to any place, devotees immediately start thinking about how they can serve you, the devotees that accompany you, and the devotees who come to visit you. All this speaks to the spiritual energy and mercy that you inject in all of us in a way that we are able to serve you, which is non-different from serving the Parampara and the Lord. As we are constantly absorbed in the mood of service to Srila Prabhupada, and he was absorbed in serving his Guru, and so on, all the way to Sri Krishna. Your association and pastimes just recently with some of my friends in Damodar Desh brought so much joy and also carried some very important lessons and instructions. To quote a couple of them, this was actually some interactions Guru Maharaj had with some friends of mine, so I'm just quoting them because I had the chance to interact with them as well. So the first instruction, a friend of mine, when she asked Guru Maharaj, what instructions do you have for us young people? Guru Maharaj said, always remember Lord Chaitanya and never forget him. Hard things become easy and easy things become hard. This is actually a verse in the Chaitanya Charitamrita in Adi Leela 14th chapter. It goes, Katanchana smrite yasmin dushkaram sukaram bhavet vismrite viparitam syat Sri Chaitanyam namamitam. The translation is, things that are very difficult to become easy. No, things that are very difficult to do become easy to execute if one somehow or the other simply remembers Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. But if one does not remember him, even easy things become very difficult. To this Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, I offer my respectful obeisances. The second was, one must always see the Guru through his instructions. Sometimes all of us are always, and this is also past time which came by because one of my friends was just trying to only go and visit Guru Maharaj, and every time Guru Maharaj asked this person, what question do you have, they were just blank. So Guru Maharaj indirectly said, one should always see the Guru through his instructions. So we need to focus on what instructions the Guru has for all of us. These are very powerful instructions that I felt were for me, even though I wasn't present when he spoke them. I hope and pray to you for your mercy so that I may be able to try and implement these instructions in my Krishna conscious practice along with many other instructions that you have for us, your disciples, so that we may become better servants of the Parampara, Lord Chaitanya and Sri Krishna. Finally, I would like to pray to their Lordship Sri Radha Madhava Ashtasakis, Sri Prahlad Narsimha, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Nityanand Mahaprabhu, Gadadhar Prabhu, Advaita Acharya and Srivas Acharya, and Srila Jayapataka and Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, that they constantly take care of your spiritual health as they see fit, as you are the guiding spiritual light of service to them in this ocean of darkness for us fallen souls. Your insignificant disciple hoping to serve you better, Sadananda Ramachandra Das.
Hare Krishna, thank you. Very nice. So, I'd like to call Suvarna Chitra Mataji to speak a few words. Please keep your speech a little short because we are really running out of time.
Jai Guru Maharaj. I don't want to take a long time, short and sweet. I just want to say Guru Maharaj is so, merciful to me. He gave me the fortunate, to have a Guru. He's my Guru, and he gave me the simple thing. You don't have, whenever I got initiated, you don't have to do anything. Just simply chant and be happy and go everywhere you want, do everything you want. Just keep Krishna in your heart. That's all you have to do. I keep Krishna in my heart, and Guru, thank you so much for giving me the blessings and giving me the shelter for, I'm not qualified for it, but you gave me the fortunate, and I'm so happy. Thank you, Guru Maharaj.
So I'll just take another glorification for Guru Maharaj. That is, we have Ramanuja Prabhu. Your name is there. And then Arjun Prabhu, you are the last one. And then we'll end up. So please come quickly. So after Arjun Prabhu's offering is done, then there will be a Pushpanjali and followed by Guru Puja. So, and after the Guru Puja is done, then we'll have Prasadam. So just be with us. I know everybody tomorrow they have work, so we are all running out of time, but in a spiritual world, time is eternal. So he will speak in Bengali. So there are some couple of Bengali.
Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Krishnaya Bhutale Srimate Jayapataka Swami Namne Namo Acharya Padaya Vidai Prabhupada Gaur Katha Dhamudaya Gurumaharaj Jai Srila Jayapataka Gurumaharaj ki jai. আমি অতি নগণ্য ভক্ত, আমি কখনো মাইকের সামনে কথা বলিনি, তো আমাকে ক্ষমা করবেন গুরুমহারাজ, আর আমাকে আশীর্বাদ করুন আমি যেন জন্ম জন্মান্তরে আপনার সেবা করতে পারি। আমি অতি ক্ষুদ্র মানুষ। হরে কৃষ্ণ।
Very humble. Ramana, Hare Krishna. You have no time. You have to just come and speak.
Actually, what happened, by the blessing of Guru Maharaj, I am in ISKCON. And from Navadvip and Krishnagar, 6 people came to take me away from Mayapur. So anyway, so that was happened one time. So somehow my mother died, left her body. So I told Guru Maharaj I need to go to Calcutta to do Shraddha. So he said, you're not going, you're a devotee of Krishna, you're going to stay here, we'll do everything over here. So Guru Maharaj told me, I'm going to take Brahman Bhajan for all the devotees. And then how to offer Radha Madhav in one plate, you offer for your mother's name, and then you take care of that. So that way Guru Maharaj didn't let me go, because Guru Maharaj was already heard that if I go, I'm not going to come back to Mayapur again anymore. So that was an incident. And the second one, how Prabhupada loved Guru Maharaj so much, I'm going to tell you one thing. One time happened, I think many people knows. One time happened, something happened with when Guru Maharaj brought me here. Some devotees have a problem. So Guru Maharaj heard, then Balabhadra Prabhu came, gave me one audio tape. He told me to, your Guru Maharaj told me to listen to this cassette. So that cassette, Prabhupada saying, all the senior Guru Maharaj, senior godbrother sitting in the room, Prabhupada telling all the devotees over there that tell Jayapataka, give initiation behalf of me. Even Prabhupada was present. How Prabhupada loved Guru Maharaj. Tell him, give initiation behalf of me. One man in New York, I forgot his name, give initiation behalf of me. As soon as Prabhupada said, then one, his disciple, senior disciple, I don't want to say the name, he started to complain. Why Prabhupada? He's not here even. He's in the preaching. Then Prabhupada said, just listen to me. See how much Prabhupada loved. Even Prabhupada was present, he was telling, give initiation behalf of me. That's it. And another one, I was a servant of Guru Maharaj in that quarter. When I came in, I saw big wrestling going on with my Guru Maharaj and Hridayananda Swami. I was thinking, oh my God, they're fighting like that, what's going to happen to us? They are fighting. I was thinking so negative. Then find out they are doing reciprocation of love. That's like we used to do in Mayapur, wrestling a big competition. Same thing he was doing over there, Hridayananda Maharaj and my Guru Maharaj, the big wrestling. Okay. Jai Srila Jayapataka Guru Maharaj ki.
Just one speaker, that's it. What is his name? What's her name? Huh? No. I'm very good wife. Kanchaman. So we have this is the last speaker, then we'll go for Pushpanjali.
Thank you so much. Guru Maharaj, I'm so happy today to be here. I really never expected to come here. I had plans to come with someone else, they cancelled, and
then at the last minute, Shyam Prabhu told me, I'll take you, don't worry. And I actually meditated from yesterday. I finished most of my work for today. And I said, tomorrow I must go to the temple. I hope I can go. And at 4 o'clock, my heart was broken. But then I said, no, okay, that's Krishna's mercy. Let me accept the way it is. I do something at home only for Guru Maharaj, and that will be fine. And I was very fortunate that Shyam brought me here. And I could join everyone here. Guru Maharaj, please forgive me for the so many offences, knowingly or unknowingly, I must have committed. And all the Vaishnavas who are collected here, please forgive me if I have committed any offences to any of you. This year, for the Vyasa Puja, I am really very happy that the book for Guru Maharaj, from Milwaukee to Mayapur has come out. Now if I can tell somebody something about him, I can just give a book. I'm really so happy about it. I don't have to ask somebody to go on the internet and read, now they can know. And I'm really very fortunate that I have taken shelter from such a great knowledge. And I hope I can serve him like the rest, whoever have been serving him so well. Thank you so much, Guru Maharaj. I really cannot say too much. I have very little time I've been given. But I have a few lines of the book just to inspire those who do not know about this book. This book speaks about Guru Maharaj's birth. He is born on 9th April 1949, and up to 18, from age 9 to 18, he had a lot of realizations and he read a lot of things to somehow find the truth of life. He came across many people and somehow he was not satisfied. To his good luck, when he was around 18, he met some of the devotees in San Francisco, and again he met them in San Francisco, and he got the Bhagavatam, first Bhagavatam, and he was so blessed, so fortunate that he met Prabhupada, and Prabhupada gave him very early, around 1970, he already got his first initiation, and in the first year he got his second initiation, and he was among the few lucky that Prabhupada gave him immediate sannyas at age 21. And then he had his first trip to India, to Mayapur, and then he was going from Calcutta to Mayapur with all the shopping that they had to do to build Mayapur. And soon the first building, the Lotus building in Mayapur, came up. So today we are very fortunate, and we are seeing a lot of things in Mayapur, but they didn't have anything. Their resources were so limited, and it must have been so hard on them to have such a lovely thing. So those who have not gone to Mayapur, please go and have a trip, because I have really been inspired. We have Lord Nrsimhadev's altar there, and it's so powerful, I cannot tell you. It's only when you go there, you pray, you realize what Mayapur is and how blessed we are. Otherwise, I would never know about Lord Nrsimhadev, I would never know about Jagannath, nothing. When I came to ISKCON, I really learned so much about Krishna. So we are very fortunate, and everyone who does not know about the book, please see to it that you get a copy from Milwaukee to Mayapur. Thank you so much.
Hari, Hari, Hari.
Hare Krishna, thank you, Mataji, very beautiful. So, I just wanted to share with you one thing, that when Guru Maharaj was at this time, he actually said that this new Panihari Dham falls under Gaura Mandala Bhumi. So that means if you are coming to New Panihari Dham, you are coming to Gaura Mandala Bhumi. Because Guru Maharaj, he sings that. And he said that the Panihati is very important to him. So especially the disciples who are here in Panihati or within Metro Atlanta, so you have so much duties to serve this temple, because Guru Maharaj said it falls under Gaura Mandala Bhumi. And also Prabhupada gave him a letter to Guru Maharaj saying that Jayapataka Sai Maharaj, I have given you the kingdom of God and go and develop it. So he's doing that very well in Mayapur. And now at present, Guru Maharaj is the executive chairman for the TOVP, the museum section. So, we know, I was speaking to Abhay Prabhu, who is one of the museum helper for Guru Maharaj in his area. He was telling that we should tell the disciples to help Guru Maharaj in this project. So it's very nice. And if you haven't had a chance to offer any prayers to Guru Maharaj in this time, so just take few seconds, you can close your eyes and just pray your Guru Maharaj, homage to your Guru Maharaj. So, and then we'll start the Pushpanjali. Sthapitam jena bhutale Swayam rupa kada mayham Dagati shapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Juta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Shakrajatam Sahagana Raghunatham Nitam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Varijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Deva Sri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishakanitamscha Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Jayapataka Swami Iti Namine Namo Acharya Padaya Nitai Kripa Pradayine Gaura Katha Damodaya Nagar Grama Tarine Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Paschatadishatarine Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Namine Srivashabhanavi Devi Daitaya Kripabhaye Krishna Sambandha Vijnana Daine Prabhave Namaha Madhujja Ujjala Premadhya Sri Rupanuga Bhaktida Sri Gaura Karuna Shakti Vigrahaya Namastute Namaste Gauravani Shimurtaye Dinatarine Rupanuga Viruddhapa Apasiddhanta Dantaharine Nama Gaura Kishoraya Sakshat Vairagamurtaye Vipralambara Sambhode Padam Bhajayate Namaha Namo Bhakti Vinodaya Satchidananda Namine Gaura Shakti Swarupaya Rupanuga Varayate Gaura Vibhava Bhumeshtam Niddeshta Sajjana Priya Vaishnava Sarvabhauma Shri Jagannath Te Namaha Panchakalpatarubhascha Kripa Sindhubhaivacha Patitanang Pavanebhyo Vaishnave वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः नमो महावदन्नाय कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नाम्ने गौरतिशे नमः पंचतत्त्वात्मकं कृष्ण भक्तरूपस्वरूपकं भक्तावतारं भक्त्याख्यं नमामि भक्तशक्तिकं हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांता राधा कांता नमस्तुते जयतं श्रुतो पंग मम मंगमते गति सर्वस्य पदं भोजा राधा मदन मोहन दिव्याबिंद कल्पा ध्रुमदा श्रीमद् रत्नगारा
सिंहासनस्तु
सिंहासनस्थो श्रीमद् राधा शिल गोविंद देवा पृष्ठलिप्रिषेव्यमानः स्मरामि श्रीमन् रसरसारम्भे वंशीवटतटस्थिता कर्षङ्गवेणुशने गोपी गोपीनाथ श्रियस्तु नः तप्तकाञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी विश्वभानुसुता देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे नमो ओम विष्णुपदाय कृष्ण पृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते जयपताका स्वामिनिति नामिने नमो आचार्य पादाय निताय कृपा प्रदायिने गौर कथा दमोदाय नगर ग्राम तारिणे देश पुष्पांजलि जय श्री जयपाल की So we have 2 more times. Keep the flowers. Don't keep everything.
Don't throw all. 2 more times.
Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Jayapataka Swami.IT Namine Namo Acharya Padaya Nitai Kripa Pradayine Gaura Katha Damodaya Nagar Gram Tarine Esha Pushpanjali Jai Srila Jayapataka Gurumaharaj ki. One more time. So everyone should have flowers. Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Jayapataka Swami.IT Namine Namo Acharya Padaya Nitai Kripa Pradayine Gaura Katha Damodaya Nagar Gram Tarine Esha Pushpanjali Jai Srila Jayapataka Maharaj Gurumaharaj ki Jai Srila Jayapataka Maharaj Acharya Pad Vyas Puja Mahotsav ki
Sachipram Prabhu.
So we'll sing the samsara prayers and the puja should the puja, Guru puja for Guru Maharaj, and then after that we'll have prasad.
Samsara dava analida loka Pranaya karunya Nagati
Srila Jayapataka Srila Jayapataka ki Jai. Jai Srila Jayapataka Maharaj Apprehensive Mahotsav ki Jai. Jai Srila Jayapataka Maharaj Gurudev ki Jai. Jai Srila Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Anantaguri Vaishnava Vrinda ki Jai. Namacharya Vidas Thakur ki Jai. Prem Srila Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasati Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki Jai. Sri Radha Krishna Gaur Gopinath Shyam Kun Radha Kund Giriraj Govardhan ki Jai. Jai 73rd Baisa Puja Mahotsav ki Jai. Jai Guru Parampara ki Jai. Brahma Madhva Gaurish Padacharya Vrinda ki Jai. ISKCON Vartaman Guru Vrinda ki Jai. Transcendental Book Distribution ki Jai. Transcendental Prasad Distribution ki Jai. ISKCON Panihari Dham ki Jai. Samaveta Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki Jai. Gaura Premanande Hari Hari Bol. All glories to the Assembled devotees. All glories to the Assembled devotees. All glories to the Assembled devotees. All glories to Guru and Sri Gauranga. All glories to Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Thank you all the devotees. I know it's a little running late, but I know you all have enjoyed the festival. Yes? So now we'll have prasadam, and I request maybe the disciples should serve the prasadam because the Baisa Puja for us, for our Guru Maharaj, so the disciples should try to take turn and serve Mahaprasad to all the Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis who has come, especially Prabhupada disciples, let them take prasadam first, okay? Hare Krishna. Thank you. Nateja. Natesa. He has sponsored the cake for Guru Maharaj. So let's give a round of applause.
Hari Bol.
And also, I like to, actually, Govardhan Mataji, she just texted me, she's saying that we should ask the disciples if you can give a little donation towards the Vyasa Puja, because we have organized this in a very short time notice. So we didn't have any opportunity, but she's saying we can request the disciples to support this festival, okay? And Veda Sahib Prabhu, our temple president, he could not come, but he also texted that he's thanking all the devotees to come and celebrate this wonderful Vyasa Puja ceremony for our Guru Maharaj, Srila Jayapataka Maharaj. Hare Krishna. Thank you. So we'll have prasadam, and prasadam we can serve either in here or we can serve from outside. Room. We can serve the small room and you can take prasad here inside the temple, and after that we'll clean up.